Hello students, today we have to see 33rd lecture for Business Statistics Paper 3 for TY BCom students. The name of the topic is Decision Theory, Expected Monetary Value Criteria. We are going to see some examples and problems. See the example. An ice cream retailer buys ice cream at a cost of rupees 5 per cup and sells it for rupees 8 per cup. Any remaining at the end of the day can be disposed of at a salvage price of rupees 2 per cup. Past sales record have ranged between 15 to 18 cups per day. There is no reason to believe that sales volume will take on any magnitude in future. Find expected monetary value and find the optimum act if the sales history has the following probability distribution. Market sell 15 cups, 16 cups, 17 cups, 18 cups. The probabilities are for 15 cups the probability is 0.1, for 16 0.2, for 17 cups the probability is 0.4 and for 18 cups probability is 0.3. So this is the problem statement. Now we have to see the solution. First of all, we will define act and events. Acts are A1 stock of 15 cups, A2 stock of 16 cups, A3 stock of 17 cups, A4 stock of 18 cups. Respective events we can say E1 demand of 15 cups, E2 demand of 16 cups, E3 demand of 17 cups, E4 demand of 18 cups. Now let us define conditional profit. Conditional profit is equal to marginal profit into items sold minus marginal loss into items unsold. So we can find the profit as 8 minus 5 into items sold minus 5 minus 2 into items unsold. So we can derive the conditional profit formula as 3 into items sold minus 3 into items unsold. Now see conditional profit calculations for E1. E1 is nothing but demand of 15 cups. So E1 A1 demand of 15 cups and stock of 15 cups. On 1 cup we are going to get 3 rupees profit. So 3 into 15 is equal to 45. E1 A2 demand of 15 cups and stock of 16 cups. So 1 cup will remain unsold. So 3 into 15 minus 3 into 1. So answer becomes 42. E1 A3 demand of 15 cups, stock of 16 cups. Sorry, stock of 17 cups. So 2 cups will remain unsold. So 3 into 15, 45 minus 3 into 2, 6. So 45 minus 6, the value becomes 39. E1 A4. E1 is demand of 15 cups. A4 is nothing but stock of 18 cups. So naturally 15 cups can be sold. So 3 into 15 minus 3 into 3. So 45 minus 9, the answer is 36. Then conditional profit calculations for E2. E2 is nothing but demand of 16 cups. So E2 A1 3 into 15. Because though the demand is for 16, A1 is nothing but stock of 15. So we can sell only 15 cups. So 3 into 15, that is nothing but 45. E2 A2 demand of 16 cups and stock of 16 cups. So 3 into 16, that is nothing but 48. E2 A3 demand of 16 and stock of 17. So naturally 1 cup will remain unsold. So 3 into 16 minus 3 into 1. So 48 minus 3 becomes 45. E2 A4 demand of 16 cups and stock of 18 cups. So 16 cups can be sold. So 3 into 16 minus 3 into 3, because 3 cups will remain unsold. So that becomes 42 rupees. Then conditional profit calculations for E3. E3 is nothing but demand of 17 units. So E3 A1. A1 is nothing but stock of 15 cups. So 3 into 15. So answer is 45. E3 A2. Stock of 16 cups only. Though the demand is for 17, we have only 16 cups. So conditional profit can be considered as 3 into 16, that is nothing but 48. E3A3, demand of 17 cups and stock of 17 cups. So 3 into 17, that is nothing but 51. So E3A4, demand of 17 cups and stock of 18 cups. So 1 cup will remain unsold. So 3 into 17 minus 3 into 1, that is nothing but 51 minus 3 becomes 48. Then conditional profit calculations for E4. E4 is defined as demand of 18 cups. So E4A1, though the demand is for 18, we have only 15 cups in stock, so we can sell only 15 cups. So 3 into 15, the answer is 45. E4A2, demand of 18 units, but we have only 16 cups in stock, so 3 into 16, the answer is 48. E4A3, demand of 18 cups, but stock of 17 cups only. So 3 into 17, answer becomes 51. E4A4, demand of 18 cups and stock of 18 cups. So we can sell 18 cups. So 3 into 18, the answer is 54. Now whatever calculations we have done, we can put all the values in the conditional profit table. E1, E2, E3, A4, that are the events. The respective probabilities are already given, 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.3. A1, A2, A3, A4 are the stocks, and the respective values we can write in the tabular form. So E1, A1, see the first 45, 42, 39, 36. 45, 42, 39, 36. For E2 the calculations are 45, 48, 45, 42, 45, 48, 45, 42. For E3 the calculations are 45, 48, 51, 48. 45, 48, 51, 48. And for E4 the calculations are 45, 48, 51, 54. So 45, 48, 51, 54. Now we have to find expected profit table. To get expected profit table, we'll multiply the conditional profit value with the respective probability. So for A1, column wise we can write 0.1 into 45. So answer will be 4.5. 0.2 into 45, answer will be 9. 0.4 into 45, answer will be 18. And 0.3 into 45, answer will be 13.50. So 4.5 plus 9 plus 18 plus 13.5, the total becomes 45 rupees. This is nothing but expected monetary value. Now for A2, we can consider the values 0.1 into 42, that is nothing but 4.2, 0.2 into 48, 0.4 into 48, and 0.3 into 48. The values are 4.2, 9.6, 19.2, and 14.40. So 4.20 plus 9.60 plus 19.20 plus 14.40, the total expected monetary value becomes 47.40. Now for A3 we can make the calculations as 0.1 into 39, 0.2 into 45, 0.4 into 51, 0.3 into 51. So the values are 3.9, 9.0, 20.40 and 15.30. So 3.90 plus 9.00 plus 20.40 plus 15.30. The expected monetary value becomes 48.6. Last column calculations are 0.1 into 36, 0.2 into 42, 0.4 into 48, and 0.3 into 54. The values are 3.60 plus 8.40 plus 19.20 plus 16.20. So the total becomes 47.40. So if you compare all these four values, the maximum EMV is equal to EMV star can be considered as rupees 48.60. Therefore, he should stock 17 cups of ice cream each day to get maximum profit of rupees 48.60. Next example. A newspaper boy has the following probability of selling a magazine. Number of copies sold and the probability. Number of copies sold 10 copies, the probability is 0.10. For 11 copies, probability is 0.15. 12 copies, probability is 0.20. 13 copies, probability becomes 0.25. And for 14 copies, the probability is 0.30. Cost of a copy is 30 paise and selling price is 50 paise. He cannot return unsold copies. How many copies should he order? So first of all, we'll define acts as A1, stock of 10 copies, A2, stock of 11 copies, A3, stock of 12 copies, A4, stock of 13 copies, A5, stock of 14 copies. And the respective events are E1, demand of 10 copies, E2, demand of 11 copies, E3, demand of 13, E3 is 12, demand of 12 copies, E4, demand of 13 copies, and E5, demand of 14 copies. Now, conditional profit is equal to selling price minus cost price into items sold minus cost price into items unsold. Selling price is 50 paise, cost price is 30 paise. So the formula becomes 50 minus 30 into items sold minus 30 into items unsold, because 30 is the cost price. So 20 into items sold minus 30 into items unsold. Now we will draw the table E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. The respective probabilities are 0.10, 0.15, 0.20, 0.25 and 0.30. A1, A2, A3, A4, A5. So first of all, we'll draw the blank table. Then we will fill all these values. The values can be calculated as follows. So conditional profit values for E1. E1 is nothing but demand of 10 copies. Demand of 10 copies and stock of 10 copies. So 20 into 10 becomes 200 paise. So E1, A2. Demand of 10 copies, stock of 11 copies. So one copy will remain unsold. So 20 into 10 minus 30 into 1. So 200 minus 30. The answer is 170. Then E1, A3. E1 is demand of 10 copies. A3 is demand of stock of 12 copies. So 2 copies will remain unsold. So 20 into 10 minus 30 into 2. Answer becomes 200 minus 60, which is equal to 140. E1, A4. E1 is demand of 10 copies. A4 is stock of 13 copies. So 3 copies will remain unsold. So 20 into 10 minus 30 into 3, which is equal to 200 minus 90. The answer becomes 110. Then E1, A5. Demand of 10 and stock of 14. So 4 copies will remain unsold. So 20 into 10 minus 30 into 4. The final answer becomes 80. Then conditional profit calculations for E2. E2 is nothing but demand of 11 copies. So E2 A1. Though the demand is for 11, there are 10 copies in stock. So 20 into 10 is the conditional profit, which is nothing but 200. E2 A2. Demand of 11 and stock of 11. So 20 into 11, that becomes 220. E2 A3. Demand of 11 but stock of 12. So one copy will remain unsold. So 20 into 11 minus 30 into 1. So answer is 190. E2 A4. Demand of 11 but stock of A4. A4 is nothing but stock of 13. So E2 A4 11. So two copies will remain unsold. So 20 into 11 minus 30 into 2. The answer becomes 160. E2 A5. Demand of 11 but stock of 14. So 3 copies will remain unsold. So 20 into 11 minus 30 into 3. The final answer becomes 130. Then go for conditional profit calculations for E3. E3 is nothing but demand of demand of 12 copies. So E3 A1. Though the demand is for 12, we have 10 copies in stock. So we can sell only 10 copies. 20 into 10, the answer is 200. E3 A2. Though the demand is for 12 copies, there are 11 copies in stock. So 20 into 11, answer becomes 220. E3 A3. Demand of 12 and stock of 12. So 20 into 12, answer becomes 240. E3 A4. Demand of 12 but stock of 13. So one copy will remain unsold. So 20 into 12 minus 30 into 1, that becomes 210. E3 A5. Demand of 12 but stock of 14. So 20 into 12 minus 30 into 2, that becomes 180. Then conditional profit calculations for E4. E4 we have defined it as demand of 13 copies. So E4 A1. 20 into 10, because there are 10 copies in stock. A1 is stock of 10 copies. So 20 into 10, answer is 200. E4 A2. 20 into 11, because there are only 11 copies in stock. Though the demand is for 13, we cannot give 13 copies. We can sell only 11 copies. So 20 into 11, answer becomes 220. E4 A3. Demand of 13 but stock of 12. So 20 into 12, it becomes 240. E4 A4. Demand of 13 and stock of 13. So 20 into 13, the answer is 260. E4 A5. Demand of 13 but stock of 14. So one copy will remain unsold. So 20 into 13 minus 30 into 1. So final answer becomes 230. Then last calculations, conditional profit calculations for E5. E5 we have defined as demand of 14 copies. So E5 A1. 20 into 10, because there are 10 copies in stock. So that is nothing but 200. E5 A2. Demand of 14 but stock of 11. So 20 into 11, that becomes 220. E5 A3. Demand of 14 but stock of 12. So 20 into 12, the answer is 240. E5 A4. Demand of 14 but stock of 13. So 20 into 13, answer is 260. Then E5 A5. Demand of 14 and stock of 14. So answer becomes 280. Then conditional profit calculations for E4. E4 A1. Now we will find expected profit table. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5. The respective probabilities are 0.10, 0.15, 0.20, 0.25 and 0.30. So for A1, we'll find the calculations. So multiply 0.1 with 200, 0.15 with 200, 0.20 with 200, 0.25 with 200 and 0.30 with 200. The values becomes 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60. And the total of these values are 200. Same way we can calculate expected profit for A2. Multiply the respective conditional profit with the respective probability. The values becomes 17, 33, 44, 55, 66. And the total is 215. For A3, the calculations are, so for A3, 0.1 into 140, 0.15 into 190, 0.20 into 240, 0.25 into 240 and 0.30 into 240. The values are 14, 28.5, 48, 60 and 72 and the total is 222.5. Same way we can calculate for A4. The values are 11, 24, 42, 65, 78 and the total is 220. For A5, the values becomes 8, 19.5, 36, 57.5 and 84 and expected monetary value is 205. Now maximum EMV is equal to EMV star is given by 222.5. Therefore, the newspaper boy should order 12 copies to earn highest possible average profit of rupees 222 rupees and 50 paise.